Indiana with me now. Sir, good morning to you, and thank you for coming back to our program today.
Good to be with you.
So Republicans are saying this is a dangerous game you're playing. You can vote off committee members. We'll do the same thing to you possibly at some point. What is your view on that?
Well, it's true. This has never happened before. We've never seen one party kick members of another party off of committees. Let me say, first of all, we had a family discussion 4.5 hours long in the Republican conference a couple of days ago, and we dealt with the Liz Cheney issue, and at the same time, Marjorie Taylor Greene gave a very heartfelt apology for things that she said before she was elected, and I appreciate that. There's no place for crackpot conspiracy theories and disinformation in the Republican Party, and that's why almost every Republican last year voted to condemn QAnon on the House floor at the end of 2020. So now we need to move on. Unfortunately, the Democrats put a vote on the floor last night to strip her of her committees. That's a precedent that when Republicans have the majority after this next election, which I feel better and better about every day, that Kevin McCarthy, the Speaker of the House, at that point, I hope he takes a look at taking Ilhan Omar off of committees for anti-Semitic things that she said since she's been a member of Congress, or take Eric Swalwell off of the House Intelligence Committee for his actions and being groomed by a Chinese Communist Party spy to be on the Intelligence Committee.
Let me have you listen to Marjorie Taylor Greene. This is a little bit of what she said last night.
I never said any of these things since I have been elected for Congress. These were words of the past, and these things do not represent me. None of us are perfect.
She's going to be giving a press conference in about 28 minutes from now at the top of the hour. What do you expect from that? I don't know if we can hear. We don't have his microphone.
Ooh.
I bet it was a brilliant
Hang on,
answer.
Sarah. We'll see if we can get this reestablished here in a moment. That's weird. Yeah. I mean, I don't know if it dropped out or what.
She's going to give this press conference at 11 o'clock, and we'll see what happens there. Obviously, she's getting a lot of attention. Democrats trying to make sure that she is the face of the Republican Party.
Okay, so we're going to try and get Congressman Banks back here. So stand by and we'll try and reestablish the signal. Marjorie Taylor Greene, by the way, has already, I mean, she's talked about, already this morning about waking up and how she feels right now about Congress. And sir, I hear.
Congressman, we can hear you now. Let's give you a chance to respond.
Yeah, she should be judged by her actions at this point moving forward as a member of Congress. And many of us will be watching closely the things that she says and does. And that's the appropriate way to handle this situation, not the way the Democrats chose to last night.
Did you see Kim Strassel in the Wall Street Journal this morning? Here's what she writes. The GOP's first 2021 victory, ousting Liz Cheney, would have reinforced the Democrats' nasty caricature. Go to the quote, guys. In a stunning break with tradition, the majority party on Thursday moved to dictate the committee assignment of a member of the minority party. Don't think Republicans will forget that precedent when they have control. The GOP still has a long way to go to unify after its November loss, but this week it passed a first big test. Is that the case?
Kimberly's right. Republicans are more unified than I've seen them in years at this point. Leader McCarthy is leading us forward. I'm the chairman of the Republican Study Committee, the largest conservative caucus, and we're rallying members in our caucus around a consensus conservative agenda and reminding the American people of how radical the Democrats have become. For example, for the first time in 47 years, Democrats want to strip away the Hyde Amendment, which blocks taxpayer dollars from going to fund abortions. And the Republican Party is unified. 200 of us this week drew a line in the sand and said we won't support any spending measure that will take out Hyde Amendment protections. We could talk about Bernie Sanders, the new chairman of the Budget Committee in the Senate, wants to cut defense spending at a time when we can't afford to do that. That's an area where Republicans are unified. We've got to refocus on the issues, because when we talk about the issues and the differences between where Republicans stand and where the radical left has taken the Democrat Party, that's when Republicans win.
All right. Congressman Banks, glad we got your audio back.
Thank you, sir.
Good weekend. Thank you.